In a world where trends come and go in seconds and the attention span of the masses is shorter than ever, there are only a few who rise above the noise. Few who don't chase what's hot today, but instead create what the world will crave tomorrow. On this channel, Born to Win Legend, we don't just share stories, we dive deep into the lives of those rare souls who took nothing and turned it into an empire. Today, we bring you the unbelievable rise of Wang Ning, a man who turned tiny dolls into a billion-dollar cultural movement. At just 36 years old, he is now one of China's richest individuals with an estimated net worth of $20.7 billion. But the numbers are only part of the story. The real story begins long before the world knew the name Pop Mart. Wang Ning didn't come from power. He didn't come from wealth. He came from an ordinary background, raised in China with a passion for culture, design, and creativity. From a young age, he was fascinated with what made people feel something, whether it was a film, a song, a painting, or a collectible item. While others followed traditional paths, he was quietly studying the psychology behind desire. What makes people fall in love with something they don't need? What makes an object not just valuable, but magical? After graduating from university, Wang Ning worked as a journalist. He wrote stories, studied the market, and slowly observed one key truth. People are always looking for connection, for emotion, for something that speaks to their inner child. The modern world, full of pressure and expectations, often leaves people craving for a little happiness, a little escape. That's when the idea of Pop Mart was born. In 2010, with barely any resources and even less industry support, Wang Ning launched Pop Mart. It wasn't a giant corporation. It wasn't backed by investors. It was just a small retail shop selling designer toys, something many considered niche, unnecessary, or even childish. But Wang Ning didn't see toys. He saw characters. He saw emotion. He saw art. The turning point came when he discovered a small artist working on a quirky, wide-eyed character named Molly. There was something hypnotic about her, something bold and mysterious. He signed the rights and made Molly the face of Pop Mart. Soon after, he began working with other underground artists and independent creators, giving their characters a global stage. One of the greatest masterpieces to come from this artistic revolution was Labubu, a mischievous, whimsical creature that captured hearts across Asia and beyond. What made Pop Mart different wasn't just the toys, it was the experience. Wang Ning reinvented the idea of how products were sold by introducing blind boxes. Consumers didn't know which character they would get until they opened the box. This single concept turned every purchase into a game, into a moment of surprise, into a story, and that made people come back again and again. Suddenly, Pop Mart exploded. The mystery, the creativity, the community. Pop Mart wasn't just a brand, it was a cultural phenomenon. Stores began popping up all over China, then across Asia, then across the globe. Social media buzzed with unboxing videos, fans traded figures in online forums. Grown adults lined up for hours to get the newest release. What started as a passion became an obsession, and Wang Ning was at the center of it all. But behind the cute figures and glowing stores was a man working tirelessly. Every decision, every partnership, every expansion was calculated. Wang Ning understood that success didn't come from luck, it came from vision. He wasn't just selling toys. He was building an emotional world people could escape into. And in that world, the stresses of adult life faded for a moment. In that world, joy returned. In 2020, Pop Mart went public in Hong Kong. The company's valuation skyrocketed, and Wang Ning officially joined the ranks of China's billionaires. But he didn't stop. He kept growing the empire, creating more original characters, opening more flagship stores, launching global collaborations, and even expanding into theme parks, entertainment, and fashion. At just 36 years old, Wang Ning has become a symbol of modern entrepreneurship, a man who combined design, emotion, and business into one unstoppable force. A man who proved that you don't need to be loud to be powerful, that you don't need to follow trends, you can create them, that creativity is not just art, it's strategy. Today, with a personal net worth of $20.7 billion, Wang Ning stands among the top 10 richest people in China. And he did it not with oil, not with real estate, not with tech, but with imagination, with heart, with a belief that the smallest things can spark the biggest emotions. His journey is a reminder to every dreamer that the world doesn't need another copy, it needs originals. It needs brave hearts. It needs people who are willing to be misunderstood before they are celebrated. People who are willing to bet everything on an idea. that only they could see dots. So if you have a dream that feels too strange, too small, or too different, let Wang Ning be your proof that nothing is too small to change the world. That your passion, when nurtured with discipline, can become your empire. That a little spark can become a global fire. This is Born to Win legend. If this story inspired you, made you believe again in the power of creativity, or reminded you that your dream matters, don't forget to subscribe, because the world needs more visionaries, more originals, more legends just like you.